Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for mid-July 2023. We're just going to jump right in here, Cancer. You have this ears wide open card and this open to discovery card. I feel like something is opening up for you here, but what? What is opening up for you? It could be a new beginning for sure, something you're wishing for or something that you've been hoping for. I feel weird about that death card. Yeah, definitely something is opening up. You have this tamales card here in this deck. I can never remember the name of this deck, whatever it's called, but I think it's the Dia de los Muertos Oracle, but this card is a card of something like an opening surprise. You also have this Mariachi's card, which is a card of like a party or a celebration. So, I feel like there could be a celebration coming in for you because of a new opportunity is what it looks like to me. So let's see what's going on here. I feel like you're still healing from something as well. So I feel you need to kind of trust your healing or continue healing or practice forgiveness. You have the Three of Swords here. The Three of Swords is a card of forgiveness, really. It's a card of needing to remove those swords from your heart. And it's not about forgiving a person directly. It's about kind of forgiving yourself or just forgiving the person in your own mind so that you can move forward. And, that's what the card is all about. But this looks pretty good here, Cancer. Again, I feel weird about this death card for some reason. Like there's some sort of ending or there was an ending. Something happened here. It's like I feel like you're waiting for like a sparkle of hope or something along those lines. He has this banner here with this white rose. It's meant to be a rose. And it kind of represents the little pinprick of light in the darkness that chases away the darkness. And I kind of feel some of you are hoping for that here. Let's see. Going this way, you have the Knight of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles. So if you're looking for love, this could be a really good connection coming in for you. The King of Swords would be someone, going this way. Could be someone older than you. I feel like you're trying to figure out who someone is, That's really the feeling I get here, Cancer. I feel like you're trying to figure out like who someone is, what are they like, or something along those lines. So you might already either have your eye on a person or maybe you've recently met a person. It could be a fire sign, Scorpio, earth sign, it could be any sign, general reading. Could be an Aquarius as well. But, it's like some of you I feel are trying to figure this out. You have the Justice card. Justice, of course, is a card of justice. I do feel there is karmic justice coming in for you. So if someone did do you dirty or whatever in the past, you have that Three of Swords, then, I feel like there could be justice coming in here. I feel like someone had a lot of dirty secrets as well, is what I would say. I don't know. I feel so weird about that death card. We're going to clarify it in a minute and see what's going on there, but I cannot stop looking at it. I feel there's something going on with that death card. Something happened with an ending, but it feels dirty to me. It feels not good. So, let's put it that way. But, I definitely feel there's some balance, or you could be getting karmic justice, like some sort of reward. Could also be a healing as well with the star. What I was going to say is that the star comes up after the tower. So, the star can definitely say you have experienced a tower moment in the past. I also feel you could be seeing the big picture here, understanding why something happened the way that it did. And, I kind of feel that's a good thing. I also feel you're much more open to exploration at this time. Again, you have this card here, this open to discovery card. You can see that through that keyhole, it's a very different world than, the majority of the card. So I feel for some of you, it's saying be open to doing things that you've never done before. Be open to experiencing life in ways that you've never experienced life before. That's where, this Ten of Pentacles is going to come from for you here. I really do see your life kind of moving in some sort of new direction, but let's see. With the Death card, you have the Key. It's a card of like receiving answers. It's a card of a breakthrough as well. So I feel for some of you, this could be some sort of breakthrough that you are having in your life. There's some sort of mistiness that surrounds the card, just mentally. Again, I feel a little bit stuck on the Death card. I don't want to spend too much time on it. So, we'll figure it out. We'll see what comes up. But I do feel there could be a breakthrough. This is also considered to be like a yes card, the Key card in the Lenormand. By the way, I'm going to be clarifying with the Lenormand deck. So there you go. But you have with the Justice card, you have the Lilies card. This can represent an older person coming in for you. So again, I definitely feel if you're attracting love, new person and probably older. And what I would say here is you could meet this person through socializing. I feel like this person's much more than you expect as well, in a good way. That tamales card is like you open a tamale if you've ever had one, and it's like there's something inside there, and then there's something inside of that, if you catch my drift. So, I feel like this could be a person who has layers, a person who is very deep that's coming in for you. I feel that's a little bit more than you expect, which is great. With the star, you have the clouds. Again, here we go. This is what I was talking about. There's some sort of mistiness, cloudiness, or you're not seeing things clearly, or you're allowing yourself to be confused. See, I knew something was up here. I'm not calling you out, but you have this Knight of Pentacles at the end. I do not like the Knight of Pentacles. If you've been watching me for a while, well, I don't think he's a terrible card, but he's just like boring. He's not doing anything. He's the only knight that isn't moving. So I feel like something needs to get moving here. Again, some of you, I'm not calling you out, but there could be a little bit of negativity surrounding relationships. Totally understandable, if you went through something with a person who did you dirty or something like that. But I feel like these clouds need to be cleared up. It's almost like this reading is saying we need a little bit of sun energy. The sun can burn away the clouds, and that's maybe the energy that we should be looking for here. But I also feel that you could be bringing a little bit of the sun energy on your own. You have the mariachi card here and the tamales card. So again, both these cards represent like celebration, abundance. They kind of represent nourishment as well, that tamales card in this deck. So I feel there are things that nourish the soul, and these things are adventure, experiences, love, of course. Doesn't have to be with a person. Could just be you doing something that you love, you enjoying a hobby or something like that. So I definitely feel that would be a good idea. Again, if you want love, I would encourage you to socialize. I would encourage you to go to any, gatherings, parties, whatever you can do here. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Swords. So someone new, definitely something new coming in for you. Wouldn't surprise me if it was an earth sign, or it could be a person who has earth in their chart. Take it how it resonates, but definitely a new person. Again, I feel like there's a lot more. I feel like saying you have a lot more in store with this person or something. So again, I feel they could have a lot of layers. They could just be a deep person or something like that. I feel there's learning here. I would be careful of analysis paralysis going this way right here. You go to the Seven of Pentacles, which is the card of analysis paralysis. We go this way, Seven of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles, which is like too much thinking. It's too much analysis, feeling like you need to have all the details before you enter into something. And I'm not just referring to love here. This could be any new beginning that you're having. You have two new beginning cards here, Page of Pentacles, and the Magician also represents needing to have a new beginning. So you are manifesting something in your life. I always pull the card that he's pointing to, which we're going to do it right now. Here you go. You have this great and full card. I always pull the card that he's pointing to, and so I feel like that this new beginning is going to leave you grateful. Also kind of looks like the Ace of Cups, so, could be love. You could be worried about player energy, or maybe at a past player or something like that, but again, I would let go of those fears. I also do feel just in general that, I feel you need variety. There's something here. Ten of Pentacles is not just one thing. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. I always say that I don't think, the Ten of Pentacles is a very good card, don't get me wrong, but to me, the Ten of Pentacles is something that you should work on and towards for the rest of your life. It's beyond fulfillment. It is the tree of life. The 10 pentacles form the tree of life. It's everything you want and desire in life. Do we ever get everything? No, probably not. But, it's a worthy goal to try to work towards having everything you want in your life. And again, as long as you're always like achieving and accomplishing things, you will be more happy. You will feel happier. You will feel more fulfilled and all those other things. And that one is about experience. About having experiences, about going on adventures, which I feel like you need to do. You have the Three of Swords here, and the Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, of course. Again, I feel like some of you need to maybe let a past heartbreak go or heal from it, or you are healing from it. I actually don't feel too bad about that. Three of Swords, it's like, yeah, maybe you went through heartbreak, but I kind of feel you are in more of a healing process, or, whatever you want to call it. Who cares? With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Fox. Again, I feel like you dealt with a sneaky person in the past. Again, we have Venus going retrograde on the 22nd, so I would be careful of past people at this time. Again, Venus retrograde is not exactly like Mercury retrograde, but it can be similar. So, what I would say here is I would avoid people from the past. I actually feel you can meet the love of your life during Venus retrograde. I know some astrologers say don't date during Venus retrograde. It's like, if you want to put your life on hold for astrology, you would never do anything. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm one of those people, I believe, I just live my life. I don't care about Mercury retrograde. I don't care about any of the retrogrades, right? I love astrology. I don't let it control my life, and I don't think anyone should. There are plenty of things I've bought, the computer that used to run this channel, I bought that during a retrograde. It worked for like the first 8 years of this channel, practically, almost the entire channel, right? I only just got a new computer, so it's like, to me, it's like we have to live our lives, right? But with Venus retrograde, it's a little bit different. I believe that it can bring the love of your life into your life. But here's the thing. It's like, if you do meet a person and it's not going to work, it's not going to work. It will be, it will definitely fall apart right away, which isn't a bad thing. At least if you date a person that falls apart, at least and didn't waste a bunch of time, right? So I actually think, Venus retrograde can be a good time to meet a person, because it goes away very quickly. With the Knight of Wands, you have the bouquet. This is a card of affection, and it can represent like an admirer or someone who wants to bring you like a bouquet of flowers. So, again, there could be a very good person coming in for you. Obviously, by the way, if there's a past person who's coming in with gifts, I would be careful. They might be trying to butter you up here, Cancer. But I also feel you could be seeing a lot of appreciation going this way. The bouquet can be a gift, but, the gift we could receive is appreciation, like from a boss or a mentor. We go to the King of Swords. Sometimes I feel a King of Swords can be a boss, a mentor, someone you look up to. Doesn't matter what gender. So, and you have the Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Some of you could be getting a raise or a promotion this month. With the Three of Swords, yes, you have the Lilith card here. Could have been a Pisces. Pisces had the same card. So, again, I would be careful of someone who's, just all about the passion. You could have been dealing with someone who's toxic as well. This card is not a Lenormand card. This deck has just some extra cards in it that are like oracle cards. And so, I would be careful of someone who's like too mysterious here, going this way right here. Sometimes I feel mystery is a good thing in relationships. Sometimes I feel it is a bad thing in relationships. So, again, if someone is so mysterious that you have no freaking clue what they're doing ever, then, that probably is a bad thing. But again, sometimes a little bit of mystery can be a good thing. So I feel that the Seven of Pentacles, again, is saying trust the evidence. The Seven of Pentacles, he just is examining a situation, and he's saying, is it worth it? Yes or no? So, just examine and go from there. Next, you have this Talisman card, and you have this Compass card. I feel like you're almost being given the gift of direction is what's going on here. So I feel the universe could be directing you or kind of guiding you towards something that's going to be really great in your life. And I do feel this could be financial. Seven of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles. So if you're hoping for like financial changes, or you're hoping to make more money, there definitely could be something that is changing here. I would say that there's someone you're learning from. You have the King of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. So again, you could be learning from a person, or a person could be educating you at this time with the King of Swords. But it could be any gender. But I always look at the King of Swords as having a mentor. I always look at him as someone who knows a lot about, whatever it is that you're doing in your life. And here's the problem. When we have this and this again is analysis paralysis. It's kind of like learning but not putting things into practice. And so if you're learning things on YouTube or whatever, I would like pick one thing and make it happen. Again, that's how I grew this channel so quickly. I didn't grow quickly. For 4 years, I was at the same number. And then I got frustrated, and so then I started making changes, right? So literally all I did, and I still do it to this day, is I would go watch videos about YouTube from whoever the hell, right? Whoever's talking about YouTube and what to do to grow, right? And I would like pick one thing and I would try it. It's just that simple, and it's free. It only cost about 13 minutes of my day, because most of those videos are about 13 minutes long from the YouTube experts, right? So that's all it costs. It's completely free. And all you have to do is pick one new thing every single day. Some things work, some things didn't. I double down on the things that work. I get rid of the things that don't, plain and simple. So I feel like that's what you need to do, and I feel like you need to stop thinking about it. You're overthinking something here, is what I would say. I feel like you're trying to analyze something to death, and it's like life doesn't work that way. So I feel like it's time for you to take a risk to get started. You have that Knight of Pentacles. The whole point about the Knight of Pentacles is that He literally has all the knowledge and wisdom he needs to be successful, but he just needs to be successful. He just needs to go plant seeds in those fields. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Everything you want and desire in life could be love coming in for you again. Ten of Pentacles to me is the best love card in the deck. And yes, it is a Pentacle card, but it's everything you want and desire in your life. So, it could be a very strong connection coming in for you if you want love. Even these dogs here, dogs in the tarot, represent loyalty. So it could be a very loyal connection that's coming in for you. But, this looks really good to me is what I would say to you. Plain and simple. So let's see here what we get here as well, Cancer. And sorry, this deck is super slippery. So, and I'm a butterfingers to begin with. With the King of Swords here, you have the Stork. Yeah, be careful of not getting pregnant too. I would say that the stork can represent pregnancy, the birth of something new. And, so again, if you're not trying to get pregnant, be careful. If you are, then go for it. But the stork can also just represent the birth of something new, like a new business, a new direction in your life, something like that. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the bear, too much protection. The bear literally represents education. It's crazy that I said education. Normally, like on a traditional Lenormand deck, there's a mother bear with like two little baby bears on it. And it kind of represents the fact that the mother bear is teaching the baby bears what to do. But it's a card kind of that can represent overbearing energy. It's a card of education as well. Like, again, she's teaching those bears what to do. But it's a card of protection. And it can say maybe you're trying to protect yourself too much from, being hurt or whatever the case may be. So, I would like take some risk. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the mice. Again, too much detail going on here. I'm telling you, you are overanalyzing something. I'm not calling you out here, Cancer. I get it. But, I feel like you are overanalyzing something. And I feel it's leading to too slow of a progress. This mice card, it represents slow progress. And it can represent small problems and loss and stress and all these other things. But when you think about it, mice chew through walls very slowly. It takes them a very long time to overcome an obstacle. And I feel like you could overcome obstacles much, much faster if you took bigger risks or if you put yourself out there or whatever. Next, you have this card that says, Beyond your fears, the weavers dance. You have this card, and there you go. You got to face your fears. You have this card that says, All is calm upon the shores. Yes. I really feel there's something you're looking at and you're wondering if it's going to bring chaos into your life. It could be a person with that Knight of Pentacles, like love, but I don't think it will bring chaos into your life. It could also be a business change because I really see a lot of you are opening up to something that's going to have like a sweet treat in the middle with that tamales card. As I was saying earlier, there's something that you're not seeing here, and I'm not trying to be mysterious or anything like that, but it's like maybe you hate your job and you're thinking like, maybe you're at that point where you're like, all jobs are the same. I don't want to make a change because you're just going to be the same. But really, if you look, you might find something that's really, really good, that's really fulfilling and makes you happy. Same thing with love as well. It's like you could be finding something. I have the word nourishment popping into my head, like I said over here. And so I feel like you could be finding something that's very nourishing for you that would be very, fulfilling. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Magician. The Knight of Pentacles, again, I feel you have to take action. There are these empty fields behind him here, and all he has to do is plant seeds in those fields, and they will grow. So I feel all you have to do is put in the work, and whatever you're thinking about will be successful. Whatever you are overanalyzing will be very successful. And yes, you're going to have to be bold and assertive. The Queen of Wands has no answers. She just moves, the whole point of the Queen of Wands is that she moves towards the sun. And what did I say? To remove the confusion, the clouds, I feel we need some sun energy. And there it is, right there. The sunflower points towards the sun, and that's the only thing she has. Maybe she doesn't have proof that her business idea is going to work or that a relationship is going to work or whatever. She also has no salamanders on her card. In the traditional tarot, the Rider-Waite, the king, the page, the knight, they all have salamanders on their cloak, which represent protection from fire, which represents basically protection from risk. And so she doesn't have the protection, but she kind of is a little bit more intuitive, and she's trusting her own feelings, like what she feels is right with that sunflower. She trusts that something makes her happy, so she moves in that direction. You have the Magician. I feel like you have manifested something in your life, and I really feel you need to move more towards it or create it or something. Let's see. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have this Bees card. This deck, again, has some cards that are not, or, Lenormand cards in it. This says sweetness, cooperation, hard work, focus, dedication, sweet results. Yes, there are going to be sweet results here if you get busy with that Knight of Pentacles. With the Queen of Wands, you have this Man card. Definitely love coming in for you. This also would represent fire, by the way. The Man is Aries in the Lenormand card, the Lenormand system. So, 2 fire signs. It doesn't have to be a fire sign that's coming in for you. It could just be, this could be saying there's going to be a lot of passion between you and another person. With the Magician, you have the birds. The birds can represent communication. And so I do feel like there needs to be communication coming in for you here or there needs to be communication with something. You could be communicating to yourself as well, like talking yourself into starting a business or, growing something here. But let's see what is going on for you here, Cancer. You have this inheritance card, 10 of Pentacles. Some of you could literally be receiving an inheritance. I don't like that mice card, though. You might be battling over an inheritance, or you might be seeing very slow progress with an inheritance. So some of you could be dealing with that. I don't know. I feel like you'll overcome the issue, whatever it is. You have this convention card. You have to break free from convention. We are in a time. I do not like this card. We're in a time that is anti-convention. So because of Pluto and Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius is very rebellious energy, but in the sense that convention represents the way things have always been done. So I personally believe, and again, Pluto and Aquarius, to me, it makes perfect sense. We have to break free from our old story. If we have something that's repeating and we want to change it, we just have to change it. Next, you have this Order card. Yeah, things are not going to be perfect, especially with that 7 of Pentacles. I feel like you need to understand that if you're over-analyzing something, I feel like you could be, then if you're trying to put things in order or to have an order, it's like life doesn't work like that. Next, you have this Escape card. Some of you, I feel pretty good about this. I don't think you're escaping anything. I feel you could be moving or traveling, or there could be some travel in your future. I actually feel pretty good for whatever reason. It could be a good escape, It could be you going on a vacation, you just traveling for fun or something like that. And finally, you have this Loss card. I feel like you have experienced a loss. This card, by the way, is Pisces, Saturn and Pisces. Saturn and Pisces is weird for the water signs. It does in kind of like one way. I feel it's really good for us. I don't know. I feel it's good. It's good for us. I feel like it makes us work. And also, we've had Neptune and Pisces, which is like too much fantasy. So we get caught in the fantasy with Neptune and Pisces. But Saturn brings a little bit of realism, little bit of realistic energy to that Neptune and Pisces energy, and maybe makes us bring one of those dreams we have down to earth. But we might also have to make a sacrifice, which I kind of see here. Like if you want to start a business, maybe it's too hard to work on a business in your career, so you have to quit your career. Maybe that's like the sacrifice you have to make. Same thing in love. It's like maybe you have to make a certain sacrifice to have love that you desire, but it probably is worth it, is what I would say. The only other problem I have with Saturn, Pisces, Neptune, and Pisces for water signs, you, Cancer, every time I do this, people are like, this is for Cancer. I'm like, yes, I know. I'm talking to Cancer. I'm talking about the astrology here. Sorry, it's, had to get sassy there for a second. But what I would say is, my problem with the energy for some reason is that sometimes I think this Neptune and Pisces, it gives us 900 ideas. We want to do them all. Saturn and Pisces is like, okay, if you're disciplined, then yes, you can do them all, but maybe we shouldn't do them all because it's probably a lot better to just focus on one thing. So I would try to focus at this time as well. But overall, I feel like this is pretty good. Love it. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And definitely enjoy your month.